Uganda was built by Ornament in 2012. This base is unique since the story of the base has never been told before and has mostly been forgotten in 2B2T history. Today in this video, I'll be telling you the history of Uganda from the perspective of Ornament. Ornament joined 2B2T around mid-2011 when his younger brother Emra told him about the server after he was browsing the Facewatch forums. They roamed around Spawn together for a while, but his younger brother got bored quite quickly. Ornament decided to venture out of Spawn and create his first base. He called this base Ornament's Mansion. He worked on it until the start of 2012 when he had to attend mandatory military service, due to which he couldn't work on it often. At some point before summer of 2012, the mansion was found and griefed by a random player who left a sign apologizing and telling Ornament to move away now that it was griefed. He asked in chat who griefed this mansion and got a reply back from another player saying it was them. However, they never gave any proof. After this, Ornament traveled farther out in the nether and then went back into the overworld. After sailing for a few thousand blocks, he encountered a jungle biome which was new at the time. Since he never built a base in a jungle biome before, he decided to create a base near it. He would later name this base Uganda, simply due to the jungle near it and being the most meme-worthy name. He didn't want to build with a plan since in his eyes, anything built on 2B2T can be destroyed at any time, so why bother building anything complicated that you'll get attached to? However, for him, it turned out that you do eventually get attached, even to such chaotic builds given enough time. This chaotic building plan ties well to the general bad state of affairs in Africa, so he thought the building style fit the name. As he arrived at the jungle biome, he created a netherrack platform above a water spring, which became the foundation of Uganda. Ornament never trusted anyone he knew from 2B2T. He preferred to play only with people he knew in real life. These players were V6, Finn Defaulted, and his younger brother. V6 built the wooden platforms above the jungle, right next to the rail tracks, and Finn Defaulted helped with the cobblestone buildings in the base. Ornament built the majority of Uganda. The "You Are Faggot" map art was built outside the base. Ornament built it out of cobblestone, and the text out of wool. At the time, map arts didn't include that many colors, so his map art had a base color of gray, and the text was in white. The text is a reference to a comic called "You're a Faggot." The original map art was lost when the map limit was reached, but it can be seen on one of Dr. Zombie's tours of Oxymor's museum. He also created a large pig, sheep, and chicken pens near the beach. The pens had a few 1-block size holes in them so that grass could get in, but because of this, animals would get out of the pens through these holes while they were still babies. When Ornament ran into them during his strolls at the base, he would kill them on sight. At the time, there was no limit to the amount of animals you could have near you, so he had a lot. The pig pens were the largest, which was one of the first things V6 saw when he arrived at the base, and he was quite surprised. The pen had no roof, and this caused an accident during a lightning storm, turning all of the pigs into pigmen once the lightning struck the pen. Ornament killed a massive amount of pigmen with a sword from atop the pen's cobblestone fence. There were rail tracks to Jerusalem, Emerald Mines, and Milumaki. Jerusalem was a village that Ornament found and decided to build a track there. The villagers vanished without any explanation at one point. A track to the Emerald Mines was simply for Ornament to find emeralds and get there in style. Milumaki is named after a part of the capital of Finland where he used to live. The tracks there went underground under an ocean. He built a small metro station there, but didn't get around to build anything on the tundra biome that was above the station. He got the materials from a rail track dupe that he had heard about at some point. Random signs were scattered throughout Uganda. Ornament would write them out of the blue, without any context, and often intoxicated. The construction of Uganda was peaceful. Ornament was alone most of the time, and his real-life friends lost interest faster than he did. Uganda would stay dormant for years, until it was found. Around 2014, a player contacted Ornament in chat that he griefed Uganda. He didn't break much. He took all the redstone blocks from a redstone tower and left a sign saying thanks for the redstone. He also burned a floating wooden building that Ornament was planning to be an illustration of a house he would like to live and hold parties in. There was a cave Ornament had made near the main area with lava that the player visited. He stored a book there that contained a story he had written. The player moved the book in the chest, but didn't take it with him. The book is still with Ornament till this day. After the grief, Ornament knew he had to leave and returned to traveling in the Nether. He took frequent breaks from 2B2T, but in late 2015, he founded his third base. This time he was totally alone, as none of his real-life friends had any interest in Minecraft. He played actively at the third base until he lost veteran Keel, and only recently has he checked if the base is still intact, and surprisingly, it is. Uganda would later be rebuilt on June 20th, 2018. Today, Uganda still stands tall. Time will tell if this will last. Players have left signs throughout the years, showing respect to this base, and new players have even expanded bases to the rail tracks. It's cool to see bases as old as Uganda still stand till this day. Thanks for watching. I would like to thank and Ornament for their information in this video. Leave a like, and maybe consider subscribing for more information like this in the future. Anyway guys, stay fast, and see you guys next time.